Every kid throws tantrums. You are not alone if your kid keeps throwing a fit every time things don't go their way. Although it is normal, it is important to find ways to eliminate or decrease the amount of tantrums. If you don't figure out a way to avoid tantrums as toddlers, it will just continue on into their childhood and possibly into teenage years. Let's figure out how to stop a tantrum in its tracks without causing the situation to become worse and to decrease the amount of tantrums in the future. Number 1, stay calm. If somebody is yelling, does yelling back at them help? No, it doesn't. It usually makes the yelling worse. When you are trying to stop your child from having a tantrum, you need to keep your composure. As parents, you know that children are always looking at you. It is essential that you, the adult, do not escalate the situation and you promote a regulated temperament. Your child is watching, even if you don't think she is, and it is your responsibility to show them that you are trying to solve the problem at hand, all while modeling self-control. So stay calm, take a few breaths, and show them the behavior that you would like them to mimic. Number 2, validate their feelings. Do not tell them that their feelings don't matter or they shouldn't be feeling a certain way. What if you said you were feeling sad and somebody said, "Well, you shouldn't feel sad"? Would that all of a sudden make you happy? Absolutely not. The same goes for your child. Let your child know that their feelings are real and that it is okay to feel like that. It is crucial in this step that you don't minimize or downplay their feelings. Even if you think the way they're feeling is silly, they don't think so. Say things like, "I can see that you're really upset right now," or "I understand that you're frustrated." This shows your child that you are tuned into their emotions and that their feelings are valid. By validating their feelings, you can figure out the way that they're feeling and even help them understand their emotions better. You can validate their feelings by being patient, asking open-ended questions, and helping them reflect on their emotions. Validating your child's feelings can also be done by providing comfort. Offer to give them a hug, let them know you are there for them, and tell them that you feel frustrated sometimes too. Number 3, often tantrums stem from the feeling of frustration. They want to do something or have something, but they are being told no. A tantrum portrays itself as throwing themselves on the ground, stomping, screaming, crying, or hitting. No is a perfectly good word and needs to be told to children. However, if you are going to say no, then it should be matched with a choice. You can't do that, but you can do this. You can't have this, but you can have that. You can't have that toy right now, but would you like to put it on your Christmas list? The red bowl is in the dishwasher. You can have a green one or a yellow one. If choices aren't offered, then children begin to feel powerless that they don't have any control over their lives. Number 4, redirection or distractions. Sometimes they don't want to talk about their feelings. Much like us, we don't always want to have to explain everything we are feeling. And sometimes the choices that you have provided for your child are unacceptable to them. That means that you are left with distracting them or redirecting them. When you are trying to distract your child, it is important to be creative and know what your child likes. If they love to sing and dance, then you can start singing and dancing. If you see a favorite toy, then you can ask if they want to play with their toy with you. This is only effective if you have a good handle on what types of things that will redirect your child. Your child might have a really cool dinosaur on their shirt, so you might ask, "What is on your shirt?" They might be just as curious as you are and look down. Other tactics for redirecting include offering their favorite snack, changing their environment, offering to read them a book, telling a funny story, handing them a sensory item, or asking them questions. The worst thing you can do at this point is give in and allow them to get their way. Hold strong and continue trying to find ways to distract them from the issue at hand. And number 5, set clear expectations. In order to prevent tantrums, children need to understand the expectations. For children to know their limits, there needs to be consistency. A child might get very frustrated if they were allowed to do something one day and then get disciplined for it the next. It is also crucial that each parent has the same rules. There can't be one set of rules for mom and one set of rules for dad. This is particularly challenging in a split household. To set clear and concise expectations, you need to be very specific with your child. Instead of saying, "I expect you to behave when we go into the store," you should always be specific about what this means. "Please walk by my side throughout the store." Your child knows that if they do anything else besides walking by your side, then they are not doing what you have asked. These are clear instructions that children should be able to understand. It is important to try to frame your expectations in a positive way. It is so easy to say, "Don't run," but you should approach it differently by saying, "Please walk." You know your child better than anybody, and so you know what your child can handle and will understand. Give your child expectations that are age appropriate. If your child is 18 months, then you can't possibly assume that they are going to walk by themselves the whole time in a store. Therefore, you can't punish them when they run off. However, this is a perfectly acceptable rule for a 6-year-old. Set clear consequences with your child, so when they have broken the rules or they didn't listen, then they know what is going to happen. They won't be shocked by the result of their actions. If you say that if they hit their brother, they are going to lose television privileges, then they can't be shocked that the TV is shut off when they hit their brother. Clear and consistent consequences will decrease the amount of tantrums your child throws. Managing and preventing tantrums can be difficult, but it is important that you figure out methods that work when they are young before it gets too out of hand. It is important to stay calm, validate their feelings, offer choices, use distractions, and set clear expectations.